Good afternoon and welcome back to the TU International Cricket Ground here in Kathmandu. It's match 20. The Janakpur Bulls taking on the Chitwan Rhinos. Well, the Chitwan Rhinos winning the toss, electing to bat on a really good surface. A new pitch rolled out by the curator, David Malan, really striking gold, and his partnership with Arjun Saud, promoted in the batting order, really working for the Chitwan Rhinos. They got 112 for the first wicket. A couple of flops there. Rare flop for Ravi Bopara before Kushal Malla played that really breathtaking cameo towards the end of the innings, taking them to that score of 176 for 4, which at one stage looked like they get a lot more than 180. Winning the toss, you need to get runs on the board in the first 6 overs. David Malan was absolutely sensational today. He, along with Saud, really took the bowling to the cleaners. The leg spinner was treated with utter disdain. David Malan right in his wheelhouse, really, and Arjun Saud lending him really good support. For the first time in the tournament, David Malan looked like he was flexing his muscles and getting to that score of 80 runs. Well, they did bowl well in spades, especially Maz Ahmad Sadakat. 1 for 23 of his 4 overs, 1 each for Anil Kumar Saha, Rupesh Singh, and for Yan Nicole Lofty-Eaton, restricting them perhaps to that score of 176 for 4, which at one stage looked like they'll get much more than 185. When the defending champions come out to bat, they'll need 177 big ones to put it across from 20 overs at a rate of 8.85 runs to the over. It's going to be a steep ask. Do they have it in them to come out for that one last hurrah? A nice cool afternoon here in Kathmandu. I'm Fazal Khalil. Very good afternoon, HD Ackerman.
Good afternoon, Faz. A tough task that lies ahead here for the Bolts. And let's bear in mind that there's no tomorrow for them. If they lose this, they're gone. They can't make it through to the playoffs. They don't have enough games left. So it's all or nothing here. They're under tremendous pressure. But you have to commend the Rhinos with the way they went about their work. For the first time, there was a platform that was laid with that exceptional partnership. Saif Zaib and Ravi Bopara weren't able to capitalise, but Kushal Malla walked in at the perfect time and played the perfect innings in the circumstances.
Well, certainly did. He played the captain's innings, the latter half of the innings, as the two umpires walking out to the middle for the start of the run chase. The Bolts need a mammoth 177 from 120. Like we did mention, it is a new pitch for the third week in the tournament. They've changed the pitch to pitch number 4, which looks a little better than we saw the other ones playing. They're in a huddle for sure. They'll come out there defending, knowing fully well that there is a place for them in that top 4. Need to get into that top 4. They'll be looking to make early inroads. And how much of a role will Sohail Tanvir play in those first 6 overs? Lots for these two gentlemen to do, and lots for them to enjoy. I've always mentioned how important it is these first 6 overs, especially with the shine and the lacquer on the ball. It comes on to the bat nicely when the medium pacers are in operation. It's just when the ball gets a little scruffed up and the spinners come on to bowl that we've seen a little spot of bother for the batsmen. But we saw David Malan and Saud doing it really well for the Rhinos. Can these two repeat the same for the Bolts as well? Just reminding everyone that the Bolts are the defending champions. Asif Sheikh, 15 matches. I don't go by those stats. He's a lot better than that. He'll have his job cut out for sure in these first 6 overs. Well, his partner at the other end.
Rob, you come in the wicket. Yeah.
Well, he's the young Pakistani Maz Ahmad Sadaqat who opened the bowling. Now he'll open the batting. We've seen him go big in these first 6 overs. A really good strike rate of 147, 96 undefeated, 550s. A good person to come out there in the middle, HD.
I've been very impressed with the way that he's gone about his work. I know he's only batted a handful of times and he hasn't got a big score. I think his top score at the moment in this competition is 20, but he looks like a stylish player. Adds a little bit of value with ball in hand as well. Sohail Tanvir will take the new ball, which is something we haven't seen yet today, because the Bolts opted for 5 spinners before a seamer was introduced. So it'll be interesting to see how the new ball does operate on this pitch number 4 being used for the first time today. Completely different tactic being used by Kushal Mala. Fast bowling to start, slip in place.
Sohail Tanvir, all set. Nicely bowled, a little bit of tail into the left-hander.
He has the ability to do both ways. Can swing it away from the left-hander, and also that late swing in. Canny operator. He bowls well at the back end as well with his variations, handy Yorker. Been around the block, Sohail Tanvir.
Well, certainly has picked up 4 wickets, 4 very good wickets in the last game that he played here. Can he pick up wickets early? On third man and fine leg. Very lucky. Gets the inner half of the bat. Will get off the mark. Will Maz, and so too the Janakpur bowls.
I don't mind that option. I really don't. I think if they're going to give you seam inside the first 6 and you're chasing a target of 176, I think you need to take it on inside this power play. You need to get ahead of the game early, because it only gets tougher.
Especially when you have to start with a run rate of 8.95 runs to the over. Yeah, the ball will come onto the bat. It will swing a little perhaps in the air, as we've seen Sohail Tanvir do, but they'll have to take those chances. Will Asif Sheikh and Maz Sadaqat out there in the middle, sent there specifically for a job. 2 slips in place now. Just a little spar outside that off stump. Lucky he didn't get the edge. There are 2 slips apart from the wicketkeeper there.
Almost see at point of delivery how his wrist just falls ever so slightly to the inside to assist with that swing away from the right-hander, because it's legitimate swing. It's not just the angle.
There it is again. We've seen the great Wasim Akram do that. Just play around with the wrist a little bit at the point of delivery. And there it is once again, rolling it over this time. Just completely at 6s and 7s at the moment.
It's no shot really, is it? I mean, this is what we refer to as a nothing stroke. I mean, he's not trying to clatter that for 4. He's not trying to knock it away for 1. It's not a positive leave, not like they let the ball go in T20 anymore, but that sort of stroke does highlight that he's maybe a little unsure of which way the ball's going.
Well, added to that, I think he's playing the bowler rather than the ball. In the air and just short of the man at slip. Saif Zayed is the fielder at first slip. Perhaps on this pitch, a little too deep.
The slip cordon, it's often dictated to by where the wicketkeeper stands, and if the wicketkeeper is catching the ball around about shin high or ankle high, well, he needs to take a step or 2 closer. Very seldom do you see the first slip ahead of the keeper, and so he has a big job in dictating where that cordon will be.
threw it up there, inviting the drive, just waft outside that off stump. One over done, the bolts 2 for none.
Yes, yeah, ready.
Welcome back to the TU. We have Saif Zaid mic'd up there. Saif, can you hear us?
Yes.
Yeah, this is Fazal Khalil. How do you feel the total on the board is today? And how's the pitch playing?
Yeah, I think it's a very good total. I think we obviously have struggled in the power play last few games, so it's nice to get a nice partnership going. Obviously, Mala's struggled a little bit, but it's nice to see him back in the runs, and yeah, we think this is a very competitive total.
Well, Saif, has this pitch played any differently to the ones that have played earlier?
Looks like it's just coming on a little bit, but obviously we don't know because they didn't bowl much pace up front. Oh boy!
Well, there it is, medium pace from both ends.
Yeah, so they didn't bowl much medium pace at the start, so we don't know obviously how it was reacting, but obviously we've got someone as experienced as Sohail, so obviously it's, he'll find anything that's there.
Did Saif HD Ackerman here, did Dawood reckon that the ball came on better inside the first 6 than it did a little bit later on?
To be honest, I think he said he struggled a little bit. Obviously, shot.
Beautifully struck this. Clearly shows how good a pitch this is. No second invitation for Asif Sheikh. He's getting the much needed boundary for the Janakpur Bolts.
Oh boy!
Well, that clearly shows how good a pitch this is, isn't it, Saif?
Yes, obviously I felt last year when I played, seam in the power play was nice to face. It's hard to get the ones and rotate the strike, especially against the spinners. But yeah, like I said, we've got 2 very good opening bowlers, so hopefully they can find a bit something.
How has it been for you swapping teams?
It's obviously been a bit different. Obviously we were quite successful last year, but you know, I've played with Ravi for the last few years, you know, and playing as someone as experienced as Dawood and Sohail Bhai as well. So you know, we've got a really good core of youngsters and good experience as well. Our captain obviously played a lot for Nepal, even though he's quite young. So it's always exciting, you know, starting a tournament with a new team. But yeah, I think we've been a bit below par last couple of games. But yeah, hopefully we can get a win here and get ourselves hopefully qualified. Shah boy, Shabba!
So, Saif, you said you struggled in the last couple of games. I mean, I must be honest, from a personal perspective, I really like the way your middle order is structured with yourself, Ravi, and Kushal Mala. Do you think that today has been perfect? If they can give you that platform at the top, you're an extremely dangerous batting unit.
100%. I think that's one thing that we have struggled with in the tournament so far. But today's just showed, you know, like if we can get off to a decent start, then it just gives our middle order a little bit more license, and obviously someone like Mala can just come in, and you got myself and Ravi as well.
That's beautifully picked up and put away for 6. That's the first 6 of the innings for the Janakpur Bolts. And Maz Sadakat, just a player and a half.
Ciao, boy.
He's a good player, this young man. He is a good player. We're going to hear a lot more about this young man from Pakistan.
Well, thank you very much, Saif, for your time with us, and we wish you the best of luck in the future games.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
That was Saif Zaib of the Chitwan Rhinos, one of the leading players in the tournament. Was the player of the tournament first edition, moved from the Janakpur Bolts to the Chitwan Rhinos. At the moment, 13 for none in pursuit of 177 are the bolts. And giving himself some room, he's picked the gap. Will get a few runs, a couple of them. 13 runs of the over. 2 done, 15 for none. Well, thank you for watching the Siddharth Bank Nepal Premier League Season 2, Match 20. The defending champions, the Janakpur Bulls, have been set a target of 177. Currently are going well at 15 for none after 2, as Sohail Tanvir will be in operation from the Chobar Hills end. His second over, bowled really well in his first, did manage to get the edge, didn't carry to the man at first slip. Now he's come up a little bit. Nice bowling this, just changing it up a little bit is Sohail Tanvir.
If this over goes well for Sohail Tanvir, I like the idea of bowling him a third. Yes, you can save him for one at the back end. But while that ball's still new and he's getting it to just swing around, give him a third. You've got spin that can bowl in the middle overs. Sometimes the captains just go with that original template that's discussed the night before, rather than a feel of the surface and the state of the game.
Well, certainly one of the best surfaces that we've seen in the tournament so far. We saw these kind of surfaces in the first week. Now the curators opened up pitch number 4, the first in the tournament, and all of a sudden we see 177 scored, 176 scored. It's perhaps because there's a little bit of live grass on the pitch, helps the ball come on to the bat a lot better when the medium pacers are on. When the spinners are in operation, especially the wrist spinner perhaps might get a little bit of purchase, but the finger spinner will come nicely onto the bat as well. So it's good for the tournament that we've seen a new pitch. It's always a challenge for the curator in a month-long tournament. We're playing day in and day out with just a couple of days in between. Not really sure how much of water to give the pitches, how long it'll take for it to dry. Doesn't want to go too wrong. Full toss. Missed out opportunity for Ma Sadakat.
Well, that's your strength, sir. Having occupied virtually every single role in cricket, Fuzz, you're experienced in various aspects of the game. But yeah, it's extremely difficult for a curator when you're playing every single day, and then even on the off day you can't put too much moisture into it because, you know, it's winter time, so it's not hot enough during the day on the off day for that moisture to sort of disappear, and you don't want a wet surface. So extremely challenging conditions for a curator to get the surfaces 100%, or even like he would want them.
Nicely struck. A couple of bounces into that boundary cushion, and showing very clear intent is Ma Sadakat, and they really need it because the run rate now is just a touch over 9.
This will be the favoured side of the ground for him against Sohail Tanvir. Most of the deliveries that the left armer has bowled have either been slow balls or just a little bit of swing back in to the left-hander. And so you can just heave it across there. You know, a couple of starts, 20 against the Avengers, just the 12 against the very impressive Royals, but he's shown enough that this is a man with a future.
Absolutely, he looks really good, but we've not seen him in the entire tournament. Just come a couple of matches ago, but he's really made an impact, giving himself room again. This time it's an absolute ripper. One bounce over the boundary cushions. Ma Sadakat here really turning on the heat. 400 boundaries for the tournament.
Wow. He's hit this. How quickly he gets his hands through the ball.
Just the edge, end of the over, 3 done, 24 for none.
National bersama tim Jalan Footballs 24 run bina boleh jadi.
Yes.
Scotty Kugelheim, 14 innings, 25 wickets for him. Karan Casey, 22. Tanvir, there he is. That's in the NPL history, the couple of seasons that have gone by. Raj Banshi didn't play today, but he's 19 wickets of his 14 matches, and Abhinash Bohara will make up that tally. 18 of 13 innings, but Scott Kugelheim, 25, right up amongst the best. We're back live. The left arm spin. ये कप्तान है ना?
The way he played this delivery here, he was just looking for a single. Now, previously, he's looking for sixes and fours. Now, as a young player, I like that. He wants the strike. It's the final ball of the previous over, and he's saying, I want this game. I want to control this game. Get me on strike. Well, he is now.
Well, he's also doing it for someone who's played for the same country, Sohail Tanvir, so he'll be taking a close look at Maaz Ahmad Sadaq, and I'm sure he'll go back to Pakistan and say we've got a star in the making for the future. Keep an eye out on him. Just played the Rising Stars in Oman and come for this tournament. Kushal Malla, the skipper in operation from the commentary box end. Shot, oh, just out of the reach of the man at square leg. Will get the boundary as the Encel Super 4.
Searching for the good length, but it's just a little bit too short. Just the two fielders allowed outside the 30-yard circle inside the power play, and one of them's long off.
They're going pretty well at the moment, are the Bolts. Staying abreast with the required run rate, and that's where you need to be. You don't want to get too behind the required run rate and just play catch up towards the end.
His first delivery facing Kushal Mali just knocked it away for a single. I'm not sure that'll be the case now.
Yes, lads, yes, lads.
That's surprising. That has surprised me. I thought he'd be lining up the left armour.
Well, I think he was waiting for it to pitch in his arc. Nice bowling this by Kushal Malla. Just a little shorter in length. Perhaps changed his mind. 19 of 12. Nicely bowled. Just held that one back, but should have stopped that. Concedes the single. That's where they'll need to be smart, the Rhinos. End of the over, 4 done. 33 for none.
I'll get it right there.
Another beautiful view on of this lovely facility here in Kathmandu is the TU International Cricket Stadium. There in the background are the Chobar Hills. Then you have the snow-capped peaks to the east of the ground. Really a picturesque venue. This Ranjit Kumar, 5'21" his best, a very good economy, and he's bowling inside the power play. A lot of confidence for Mala in the left arm spinner. This is the real challenge for the bowls batting now. Once the spinners are in operation, how do they dictate the innings from here?
Yes, Ranjit! Yes, lads! Yes, lads!
Asif Sheikh maybe looking for the boundaries, but I would fancy the left-hander would be chomping at the bit to get on strike for the match-up.
Perhaps looking at extra cover. Oh, that'll be swept. Lucky to get away with this was Ranjit Kumar. It was in the slot, should have been put away with two fielders inside the circle on the onside. Fine and square leg, both inside, no protection in the deep. Nicely played, rolling his wrists over that. Just not getting the placement. Once again, this time he'll get it away. He'll get a boundary. Very, very well struck this by Asif Sheikh. A very high quality shot. Had the sweep in complete control.
If there is a little bit of turn here for Ranjit Kumar, why not bring mid-off up and put the square leg back and encourage him to maybe go down the wicket and hit you straight down the ground? That is if you believe there's some spin there.
Ranjit! Oh yes, Ranjit!
Well, that's the problem for the bowls, which they'll get into. Too many dot deliveries will not help their cause. 44 dot deliveries for the Rhinos in their innings and 12 already for the bowls. Concede the buys. Very cross with the wicket keeper is the bowler. Buys is the signal by Bodhi Pradhan. It was there, but just missing that off stump. Oh, geez, says Ranjit Kumar. That's a big one. That's hit as clean as a whistle. 6 for Ma Sadakat to end the 5th over. They really mean business out there. 278 big ones for the tournament. After 5, the bowls in pursuit of 177 are 44 for none.
Both openers into double figures, the bowls closing in on 50, and this is a strong start in a steep chase here for the Janakpur bowls. More importantly, Asif, after a couple of ducks in the last games, has come back into the scheme of things, and Maz, a lot of promise in the previous 2 games. Today, he's looking good. Yeah, lovely morning here. And great to be sitting alongside a wonderful gentleman, Andrew Leonard. Andrew, as always, great morning with a great man.
Good afternoon, Mikhail. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm telling you something, the season's on the line here, not just for the Bolts, but for other sides down at that part of the table. The season's on the line for the Avengers. The season's on the line for Karnali, even maybe for Lumbini too.
He's played all over this one, Asif Sheikh, and he's thrown it away. Irish strikes. And the bowls lose their first wicket.
And that's not going to help those sides I was just mentioning, because they want the Bolts to win, to put it all into the mix towards the lower end, the lower half of the table. Good delivery, hits the seam, nips back in. Maz Sadakat had been dominating this partnership. Asif Sheikh wanted to get in on the act, but Kamal Singh Airi is pumped up. He says, that's right, I'm still here. That's his celebration. Love watching Kamal Singh Airi bowl. He's got Asif Sheikh for 18. It's 45 for 1.
Anil Kumar Shah, captain of the side for the first 3 matches, kept himself out for the 4th game, comes back into the 11 but is not leading the side, and his scores in this competition have been 0, 4 and 1. Still to get to double figures. He was a superstar last year with the bat and his leadership for the bowls.
In his last 6 innings, he hasn't passed 4. The pressure on this young man, it's a cruel game with the bats. It really is. You get one chance and you're gone. But look, I half wonder, did he leave himself out of the last game? Has he relinquished the captaincy to Wayne Parnell? I really hope he goes well today. Good luck, Anil Shah.
For starters, he's off the mark, so he'll feel good about it. He'll get a couple of runs. Yeah, he dropped a catch early in the day, straightforward one. He spoke about relinquishing his post. Is it more to do with him just going out there, Andrew, and just batting and just being himself and just removing him off a few responsibilities?
Yeah, it's a good question. He's here because of this. Definitely came in just a fraction. Didn't really see it from that angle, but it's hit the seam. I just love that celebration. It's nothing to do with no abuse to the batter he's got out. He's saying, I'm here. I want to do my best to show why I'm in the mix for the national side.
It's more like saying, why fear when I am here? Andrew?
Yeah, he's a charismatic young man. He's had a horror show injury a couple of seasons back. He's come back strongly from that, keeps himself very fit. Nice to see him opening the bowling as well. He's kind of been used in different manners, hasn't he? None for 35, none for 44 in his first 2 games. And then a big bounce back the last 2. 2 for against the Kings, 2 for against the Gorkas with better economy rates, and now in the wickets again, his 5th of the season against the Bolts.
Yeah, so good to see that the team management also persisting with him. He's been proven costly in the first 2 games, but they saw something in him and he's come back and delivered. 2 fours in the last 2 games, a wicket very early in his spell today. Yeah, he mixes it up well. A bit excited there in that decision there. Kamal Singh Airi, fairly understandable. He's got a wicket in this over.
This is a good Yorker. It really is, and I think the 2 fastest bowlers that we've seen from Nepal, there's no doubt about it. It's Hemant Dami and it's Kamal Singh Airi, and I'm including Karan KC and Sampal Kami in that. And indeed, Nandan Yadav. I think Yadav bowled a bit quicker last season. He's just battled a wee bit this year for his lines, his lengths. I know the surfaces aren't helpful to the quicks, but Kamal Singh Airi, Hemant Dami having impressive years.
That's a lovely hit. Mid-on up in the circle. Anil Kumar Shah has just gone over him. That's a confidence booster as well for Anil.
And isn't it amazing what a match-off can do for the mentality, for the spirit, really. He's a very likeable young man, is Anil Shah. Another one who, much like Bashir Ahmed, comes from an incredibly humble background. I remember telling the story last year, the fact that there's multiple brothers there who wanted to play cricket, but they could really only afford for one of them to do so, and they chose Anil.
That's the shot of the afternoon, and that will go the distance. Anil Kumar Shah may be low on confidence, but not short on quality at the moment. This over bringing up the 50, and the power play has yielded some good runs here for the Bolts in the chase. 59 for 1. good last over, 15 runs coming. They did lose the wicket, but Anil Kumar Shah just walked out and showed what he can do with the bat as well.
And isn't it remarkable, Anil Shah has got to double figures for the first time in months, literally in months. Amazing presence of mind from the young man to just say, we need a change, I need a change. He's actually bowled well this season, which has been remarkable. It's the end of the power play signalled. I'll tell you something, we got a game in our hands here, don't we? Bolts have their best power play of the season by a distance. They haven't been able to get anything going with the bat. And Anil Kumar Shah has said, I'm going to hit my way back into form.
Yeah, he had to construct that shot. And he did really well to go the distance over Anil Kumar Shah. Right to where Jess was standing, I believe. Got to take some cover if Anil Kumar Shah is playing this kind of cricket in the middle. Another youngster, Sagar Dakal, the right arm leg break. Comes from the development squad, so it's good to see youngsters getting a chance here. And that one kept low. Yeah, good time to head across to the sidelines. A special guest standing alongside Jess for a quick chat. Take it away, Jess.
I'm joined here by Ayush Nubhani, the owner of the Chitwan Rhinos. What a day out so far with the bat for the Rhinos. How have you found it here?
Oh, it was amazing. I mean, to see the two openers perform like that, that definitely gave the team a huge boost. I think we haven't been able to quite catch on to the opening combination, but I think today's match is where we found the right combination there and hope to see this continue in the further games.
Excellent. And now, as the owner, what does that role look like for you?
I'm more of an owner. I'm not really an owner. I take myself as a managing director. So I'm involved with the team, closely involved with the team. I manage the operations. I mean, pretty much anything to do with the team is what I look after. And I've basically built a good connection with the boys as well. So, you know, I feel more attached to the team. That's what the ownership feels like for me.
Now, the response to the MPL overall has been outstanding. As you can hear in the background, the crowds are just electric.
Yeah.
What's it been like to see that support for the team?
This is, I mean, it feels amazing. I mean, there's no other, I don't think I have the right word to describe the feeling, but to see the response, to see the fans being so excited about the league is, I think that's a big achievement for the league. So it feels nice, feels amazing, feels good.
And now for the younger Nepalese players, you know, exposing them to this big stage, which is, of course, the MPL. How is that for you personally, allowing them to give them that opportunity?
Oh, it feels great. I mean, the bowler who's bowling right now is a guy we picked from Talent Hunt, you know. So from Chitwan itself, from an academy in Chitwan, for him to get an opportunity to play in the league, play in the team, play for the team, is, I think that gives me a big pride. I mean, it gives me a sense of pride, because when you have your locals performing for you, I think that'll be the greatest achievement for the team.
And now the MPL is just getting bigger and bigger as day and years go by. Where do you hope to see the Rhinos expand to over the years?
Firstly, I'd like to see them win this season. I mean, for sure, that's the first choice. And I mean, in the further years, I think I'll like, if Rhinos can get to, you know, the greatest wins, I think that'll be the biggest achievement. I think I'd like to see Rhinos win it all.
Excellent. Well, best of luck for you and the team.
Thank you
so very much. Back to comms.
Thank you, Jess. Nice listening in to the ownership team of the Chitwan Rhinos. And at the moment, the Rhinos will just be feeling the heat because the batters in the middle are piling on the runs and finding the ropes and the gaps with ease.
That's the first time this has happened this season. Not only their best power play, they're ahead of the required run rate. Game on here at the TU.
Oh, just wide of shot fine. Help it along, was in the air, wide of the fielder. That'll be 4. Yeah, this over is proving to be costly. 14 coming off it, 73 for 1.
Now, I talk about this being closing week. It could be closing day if the Rhinos win, because we'll all but know maybe our top 4 of the Lions will have something to say in that. However, if the Bolts can pull this chase off, think of what it would do to the bottom 5 in the table. There would be 2 points separating 4th and 8th. And actually, if the Bolts do it quick enough, they might even be able to leapfrog into 7th place on net run rates. It would blow everything wide open and mean, I think, we would go all the way to the 28th and final game of the group stages to try and find out our 4 qualified sides. I promise you the Yaks and the Avengers are watching on saying, keep going, Janakpur. You're doing brilliant. Here's Bapara.
Yes, Rob, yes, Rob!
Oh yes, it'll just split things wide open in that points table and will infuse new life as well. That's because with the Bolts winning, you just create an opportunity for everyone to sneak into the final 4. Top 3 almost consolidating their position there.
It would be so good for the competition. One of the main questions I get asked when I'm out and around the Kathmandu Valley, I don't know about you, Mikhail.
It's coming, one more, it's coming!
Which team are you supporting, sir? We don't support any of the 8 teams, I promise you that. I need to say it again and again.
I have the answer now, I have it ready. I'm supporting the Nepal Premier League, Andrew.
But today, I have to say, it would be good for the group stages if the Bolts got this done. I love the Rhinos, we all know how much I adore Kushal Malla and all of his team, but it would create a bit of chaos in the bottom 5 if the Bolts win.
You like some drama, Andrew.
Oh, I love it. I love it. You took the words out of my mouth. It's in the DNA of cricket in Nepal too.
Smart cricket, got the big runs, and now they're just getting the singles and piling on slowly and slowly.
It's not just drama. Drama is, I suppose, a byproduct of excitement, isn't it? And of passion. And that's what cricket is in Nepal. Cricket is love, it's adoration, it's emotion, it's very raw. And that's not just for the 22 players out there, it's for every fan who comes along, everyone who's a part of it, from every corner of this country, loving all of the Nepal Premier League.
Yeah, he's had to construct this shot. I know you're great with stats and numbers, but you're wonderful with words as well, Andrew. From the excitement to the drama to the tension, NPL, in all of it, in the 3rd week, will add a bit of chaos if the Janakpur Bolts make it through today, and they're looking very good at the moment.
If they'd won a couple of games this season, you'd say they're going to chase this easily. The problem is that they're yet to win a game. Can they refine that winning touch?
Edged over Bopara. Anil Shah gets lucky, rather that's Sohail Tanveer there. And they'll run away for a 4.
I think this might have been a chance. And Sohail Tanveer was almost like a statue at the point of impact. Have a look here, great angle. It's going towards him, he hasn't moved. He's got to go. Okay, would have been a difficult chance, but I don't think, because it was sliced with that spin upon it, I don't think he's actually picked up the line or the trajectory of that delivery at all. Moment of fortune for Anil Shah, he deserves it.
Yeah, he deserves it, Andrew, because he's gone through that element of misfortune as well. And this partnership in no time has reached 38 in 18, 8 gone, it's 82 for 1. Another big game lined up, and it's loading here at the TU Stadium. The Avengers taking on the Karnali Yaks. Avengers just the 1 win. They look good in a couple of outings, but they've not been able to put up a 100% performance. Karnali Yaks from winning positions, they've just handed over wins to the other side. So yes, both of them will come out hard. Anil Kumar Shah is batting. Great confidence and intent, and it's working at the moment.
And sometimes the best thing to do when you're in a complete rut of form is just to go at it. Wouldn't you rather be caught on the rope than just trying to work it around? That's a Siddhartha Bank maximum, maybe the maximum of the match. Anil Shah hasn't made 4 in his last 7 knocks.
yes,
And now he's 33 off 13. Extraordinary. He's been relieved of the captaincy or maybe stepped down himself. We don't really know. Dawid Malan said it will be judged on a game-by-game basis. But isn't it great to have the quality stroke maker and stylish batter that is Anil Shah back?
Yeah, this is a good sign for the Janakpur Bowls. Save Zeb. Been welcomed with a huge 6. He'll be under pressure. He's bowling to the left-handed Sadakat. And just keeps it slow through the air. Another very fine talent, Mas Sadakat.
He said, I like my numbers. I've got one for you. Maz Sadakat was played stylishly. Born on the 15th of May 2005. Sohail Tanvir, the man he's hit here for these 2 boundaries. His debut in professional cricket, October 10th, 2004. Tanvir was playing cricket before Maz Sadakat was even born. Professionally, that is. And now the youngsters having the edge over the veteran. Great little duel between the 2 Pakistanis here at the NPL.
And that's another gem you've pulled out, Andrew. Great piece of statistic. Age, no bar. What a start here for the Janakpur Bowls. 9 runs already in the first 5. Tossed up delivery. He's got so much of bat on this one, Sadakat. And he launches that into the long gone region. 2 sixes, 1 to begin the over, 1 to end, 15 coming off it, 97 for 1. The Bowls have stepped foot on the accelerator right from the start. From over number 2 to over number 9, there's no looking back for them. Just shaken the Rhinos in the middle with some good hits. 6 sixes, 8 fours in this inning so far.
Remarkable the difference of opinion between the 2 sides. What did we see? 17 overs of spin in the first innings. The first 4 of this second innings were bowled by pace by the Rhinos. Bapara is going to continue. The problem has been that the combination of Kushal Malla, Ranjit Saugit, the debutant, and Saif Zaib, the spinners that have been used for them, they've all gone around the park. And I can only think back to one thing. There you see the mini bowling card. Dawid Malan said to Jess at the break, this is a very good pitch. He felt as though 180 was par. And they had a great platform to get 190, maybe 200, but they drifted away at the end of that first innings.
That single will also bring up the 100 for the Bowls. By far, this has been their best batting effort in Season 2 of the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League. And those cheers and reactions and expression say it all in the dugout.
I want to give a big shout out to these guys. Alongside the Sudhir Prashim side, probably the best, or one of the very best supported sides in the competition, with the Bolts Army up in the crowd. Good stroke, finds the gap. Should find 4. Oh, he's a touch player, this Maz Sadakat. I think we're seeing a Pakistani international of the future, and it could be sooner rather than later. Good with the ball today, the pick of the bowlers, and now flies to 46 of just 22.
And he's showing great maturity. He's applying himself. He believes in the conversion rate. He wants to hang around. And it's so good to see him play the angles and play to the merit of the ball as well. Out here, didn't try to hit it too hard. Just access the gap beautifully. 1 hit away from what will be a well-deserving half-century here for the left-handed batter.
For many groups of fans, if you've played 4 and you've lost 4, you might start to drift away. You might start to lose interest. You might say, oh, well, I'm not going to take my afternoon off work. I'm not going to skip that lecture. Not that I'm encouraging that. Oh, I know a few have. But they've been in great numbers, great voice. They've out-supported the Rhinos here today. Bit of 12v11 right now.
Yeah, they put their faith in the batters and the bowlers, and today the Bowls have come out a completely different, strong, confident unit.
key thing is, though, I know they're big favourites from this position. They only need less than 7 runs per over with 9 wickets in hand, and 2 batters looking incredibly good, striking up both over 200. They don't have that winning feeling this season. They have to get over the line here. It's so critical.
It goes hard at this one. 2 for the taking. They'll come back comfortably. Oh, that goes through, and that will also bring up Mas Sadakat's maiden 50 in the Siddhartha Bank Nepal Premier League. It's been a matured innings and a measured one, and what a time to turn it on. When the chips are down, he's shown with the bat, and he's played an absolute delight of a knock in the middle, much to the cheer of the crowd. He will quickly get into a huddle with his mates, as Ravindra Vimla Siri will also point to the watch, which will also suggest that it's our expert education strategic timeout. 1-1-0 for 1. Good start for the bowls, and leading the charge has been Mas Sadakat with a very sublime 50, giving me company in the comm box. HT Ackerman. Welcome, HT. Good afternoon. A lot of fanfare as always at this venue. Almost done with a strategic timeout. All the strategies have been discussed, but yeah, it's been a Mas Sadakat show.
He looks a good player. I mean, we all watched him early on when he got just a 20, I think it was, in his opening game. We thought, hang on, here's a player. And it's just a matter of time before he produced an innings like this. Such a clean striker, but still nice to watch. He plays authentic cricket strokes.
Authentic, I like that word, HT. In the T20 format, when you talk about authenticity, you're doing a lot of things right. He has done right as well.
Oh yes, Laji.
It's like the way he's played around today.
Yes, Ambre.
Well, this innings from Anil Saha has come completely out of the blue. Against the run of play. I mean, he doesn't look as though he's been know where his next run's coming from, but he's walked in here as if he's got all the confidence in the world, because he has played unbelievably well. Unbelievably well.
Never easy when you have a string of low scores, particularly in the single digits in the last 4 to 5 games. I'm just trying to get into the mind of a batter here, HT. Really difficult to turn it back in your favor as a batter when the chips are down mentally, skill-wise.
Yeah, It is. I heard Andrew Leonard say that sometimes as a batter, you just got to walk in there and have a swing. I think from the other perspective is that he had a game off, and I think to just have that game off, compose yourself. You don't class is permanent. So just to give yourself a little bit of breathing space to gather your thoughts. And I like the way they're going about this innings now, is that yes, there will be the occasional boundary, the occasional big shot, but the only way that the Rhinos get back in this game is that if these two throw it away and expose the new batters to have to come in and score immediately, because that's the one way that they can lose this game. If they just tick it along, they'll cruise in.
Yeah, it's been a partnership that has had a lot of caution but aggression as well. 68 and 33, beg your pardon.
Very well done, boys. Very well done, lads.
Oh, short and wide. The big man Sohail Tanveer is not able to get his body behind the line, and that'll run away for a 4. You got to stop these.
Couple of errors in the field. You can't afford to make these sort of errors now. You might have at the beginning when you thought you had a big score, but not when the batting side need just over a run a ball.
Seen some ordinary efforts in the field early in the day by the Janakpur bowls as well, putting down some sitters, and this should have been stopped. 3 runs given away, maybe 4. Yeah, quickly gets onto the back foot. Very fine cricketer, Sadakat. 8 runs of this over, 118 for 1. Match number 21. In a short while from now, the Avengers will be taking on the Yaks, and both these sides are in desperate need of some inspiration and wins. Remember, with the Janakpur Bolts winning, all these sides will be in the hunt as well to making it into the top 4. They'll need to win, and after that think of winning big as well. Lovely afternoon, yeah. Great settings, and you can expect a good turnout as well as this evening progresses. Amar Singh Rautela has been in and out of the playing 11. Best of 2 for 9, economy touching 10. Just feel he'll be under a bit of pressure. It's because he'll be bowling to 2 well-set batters in the middle. Oh, easy pickings. And that's out of here. What a welcome to Amar Singh Rautela. Mas Sadakat in the peak of his powers, seeing the ball really well and hitting extremely well this afternoon.
I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this at all. They need a runner ball. Now's the time that Kushal Malla needs to bring back someone like Sohail Tanveer and say, I need you to get a wicket. I need you to strike.
Come on, Shabazz!
This is the 8th bowler used. He's going to have to be perfect, otherwise he's going to disappear.
Slashes hard, fielder getting underneath it, and it's been pouched. Sadakat gives it away. And against the run of play, Amar Singh Rautela strikes in his very second delivery.
What he has done well here is he's bowled the ball wide, very wide of off stump. Because the feeling is at this sort of pace that you would go miles. But Mars has had to go and fetch this. And it's spiraled down to the man on the cover boundary. Simple catch in the deep. Lovely innings. I look forward to watching this man play in the future. Goes for 63. It's 1-2-4 for 2. Now this guy will throw it away. And then we've got a game.
A wonderful partnership of 79 coming to an end as Jan Lofty Eaton walks out a best of 101. Another quality bat, class act. He's had a couple of good scores in this competition. Perfect time for him to just play himself in. 53 needed in 52. Sahal looking good.
Gee, how wrong did I get this? I thought that this was a poor decision by Kushal Mala bringing Amar Rotella on. But it's worked a treat. Worked an absolute treat. Now all that the Rhinos are hoping for is that Anil Shah throws it away.
We'll take a look at that wicket once again. The reason why Lofty Eaton is there in the middle.
Guys, one more.
I think it was just too much for Mars. Probably would have been a wide, wouldn't it? That was the smart bit about the bowling. Get it out of the hitting zone.
There was always going to be a gamble there by Kushal Malla. He took the catch off. Nice one. You got to punt sometime in modern day cricket, HD.
Yeah, but Malla obviously thought, well, I'll bring Rotella on and maybe Mars will fancy this and have a go at it. And he was right. But I was horribly wrong. I would have been bringing back Tanvir saying we need a breakthrough. Mulla's brought back the part-timer and got the breakthrough.
Yeah, the question is, will you bring him on again for the next over, or you think he's done the job as a captain? Had you be there in the middle? One more over to Rotella.
One more, lads, one more.
Now, a lot of captains do that, which is always interesting, is they bring on a part-timer or not a frontline bowler, and they get the wicket and then they nip them off immediately and bring back the frontline bowler. He's got so many options, Kushal Malla. This is the 8th bowler that they've used, and you certainly don't want your best bowlers not bowling out. Anil Shah's got to be careful here now, because you've just lost Mars. The last thing that the Bolts want is for him to hit this up in the air and 2 new batters to be at the crease.
Works it nicely for a single to keep strike as well. Yeah, that's the maturity of Anil Kumar Sai. He's been in the situations before. Successful over here for the Rhinos. A wicket in 8 runs, 1-2-6 for 2. The Bolts are on course for this chase in what will also end up being their first win if they put it past the Chitwan Rhinos. 8 wickets in hand, a good opening wicket partnership, then a 70-odd run partnership between Mars and Anil Kumar Shah. That equation is so much in control. He's playing well, Anil Kumar. They steal the other run to make it 2. And that's good cricket. Need to be a bit more quick on the field. There he is. Give us a wave, sir. A happy dent, sparkling smile of the match. The hamper will be reaching you. Why is he not happy about the hamper? Wow. A couple of bounces will be cut away. So back-to-back doubles here. The momentum on with the Janakpur Bolts.
A little bit of width, so able to get it up and over extra cover. Didn't quite middle it.
No!
Oh, he seems as though he's got this under control. I'm sort of holding my breath here. My heart's beating because I'm thinking he's enjoying himself so much and playing so well. Please don't throw it away.
Thank you.
He spoke about David Malan, mentioning during his chat with Jess that it's a good wicket to bat on. How much does it help a batter low on confidence, HD? Taking nothing away from his skills. But how much does it make life easy when you're struggling for runs and form? You
Playing again.
are a bit in two minds to play your shots.
Get him, lads.
Of course, a good cricket wicket is what you're after. The last thing you want is to go onto a minefield and the ball's spinning like a top and you don't know how to get off strike. You don't know where your boundaries are going to come from. On a good wicket, you know you can hit through the line. It's perfect for him.
Quickly onto this one. I'll tell you why I'm asking you this question is because we saw David Malan getting into form. We are watching Anil Kumar Shah come back into form. Mars has scored a very fine 50. He gets his maiden NPL 50. And Arjun Saud getting a promotion to open gets a 50 as well.
That's why a lot of people say T20 is a batter's game. Normally they played on shirt fronts. They're not often played on surfaces that assist the bowlers. End of the 13th, 133 for 2. Long break.
Yeah, the bowls in control, in charge of this chase for the very first time in the competition. They've looked like the defending champions playing out there in the middle. Electing to bat first. Rhinos got 176 for 4. David Malan played a strokeful 80. He was elegant and effective with the bat. South, promoted in the batting order, got to his first 15 NPL season 2. Malla got the fireworks, but in the chase, Mars and Shah have been special.
Yes, Amri, yaar, well done.
Like you rightly said and mentioned, Anil Kumar Shah has complete control and understanding of what's happening in the middle.
Sorry.
Now, there'll be a period when they get a little bit closer, where the Rhinos then start to get a bit desperate. Then run scoring will become easier as well. They may bring an extra fielder up inside the 30-yard circle. It opens up an area for you to find another boundary, and you end up winning it in the 19th over. But you don't want to give the opposition a sniff.
Now there's some chat here between the square leg umpire, Arjun Saud, the wicketkeeper, and Jan Lofty-Eaton. Maybe just reminding Arjun Saud to keep that chatter a little low.
They've got to be a little bit careful now, Mikel, don't they? Because there's a match referee that's arrived from India who has a very, very good reputation, who will stomp on things like this, won't he?
Yeah, quick to acknowledge was Arjun Saud. He's a busy cricketer with the bat and behind the stumps. Yeah, they're just trying to be a little cheeky. Didn't quite receive it well. The Jan Lofty-Eaton is quickly gone and made a polite inquiry as well.
You're actually not allowed to do that. You know, this is against the rules and regulations of the game. You're not allowed to do what Arjun Saud did there. And that's what Lofty-Eaton is pointing out.
He can be very animated behind the stumps. Good cricket, yeah, by the bowls.
No boundaries.
You got to be careful as cricketers as well. You've got to really uphold the spirit of the game and ensure you do things within the boundary and purview of the spirit. Still remember the chatter he had with Martin Guptill last season behind the stumps. Yeah, soft hands, quick running, throw at the bowler's end. Now they're turning the strike and doing it very smartly at the bowls. Yeah, there it is, the next gen pulsar power. Explosive, fast and unstoppable. A precision strike, lean and sharp, pure next gen pulsar accuracy. That's the next gen pulsar style two-wheeler. Anil Kumar Shah, it's taken him some time, but today he's come out and turned on the magic with the bat. and shown his quality as well. A very, very fine half century when his back was to the wall.
We need to take this whole innings into context, not just the 50 as you rightly point out, but what he's been through over the last few weeks. Anil Shah, I doff my cap. That is a lovely, lovely innings from a man that would have been feeling a bit down.
There it goes, and that's out of here. Lofty Eaton has just played it to perfection, waited, picked the spot and dispatched it. Excellent finish to the over, 11 coming off it, 1 for 4 for 2. Well, a change is on the cards, and that's because the Janakpur Bowls have brought their A game this afternoon in what serves as a must-win, else they would have been heading home and their campaign would have been bolted. HD Ackerman. The Rhinos need wickets here quickly to just give themselves an outside chance. Very smartly done. Came inside the line. Arjun Saw tried to be alert, tried to come behind it. Yeah, but it's the ball that wins the race. Not much the fielders can do. It's a fast outfield, and this game is slowly but surely going in favor of the Bowls at the moment.
Hard to believe this is the same side that we've been watching for the first 2 weeks. And it's just smart cricket from Anil Shah. Very, very smart. Yeah, you're right. Good for the competition as well, isn't it? If they go on and win this, it just is a log jam in the middle.
Swept, and swept with authority. You can sense an air of authority in Anil Shah's cricket this evening, and he's come back into form and regained that lost confidence as well.
I've used the word smart. The previous delivery, there's the fine lap, which goes for 4. And so Kushal Mala takes the man at deep square leg and moves him finer to try and protect against the lap. The following delivery, it's the hard sweep to where the fielder was.
Just how beautifully he's manufactured this innings, HD.
Yeah, he's shown power. Now he's showing some what we refer to as cricketing nous.
Yes. Very well done, Ranjit, very well done.
Not the captain today, but playing a leader's innings. And the only thing is now he's probably saying, well, give me the captaincy back, and others are saying, relieving you of the captaincy is the best thing we've done.
You're our best number 3, Anil Kumar Shah, is what the team will be saying. Let Panil take over the leadership duties. Just keep getting us the runs the way you've got it for us in this game.
It's a doddle. It's an absolute, when you watch the way they're playing, there's a boundary and then a little simple tap onto the leg side for a single. You think they know exactly what they're doing at the moment, but I wouldn't be surprised if they try and finish it in style.
Yeah, it's been another good over. 11 runs coming off it. And they need a little over 20 now to register their first win, the Janakpur Bowls. It's 155 for 2.
tail of the tape there between the two sides. You can see clearly just how impressive this chase has been. So many overs going for 10 or more, including the most recent one. And I think it's fair that we can say the Bolts are back. They're back, baby. And they've blown this group stage wide open. Anil Shah is back. Janakpur are back. It's going to be close enough, but I think Lofty Eaton's got home. And we will go upstairs for a look. But they only need 22 more, and they're not just thinking of the win now, they're thinking of their net run rate, Fazal. They've been so impressive in this chase.
I'm just take a look at this once again. Ooh, that's close. That's really close. We just need to go one frame back. Does it has that in-between frame saved him? Oh, there it is. He'll be walking back. Unfortunately, Lofty Eaton trying to be a little aggressive with running. Will have to return back. There it is. OUT is the decision by the umpire, and the right one as well. Jan Nicole Lofty Eaton run out for 11. The Bolts 156 for 3.
Well, just as I say, the Bolts are back. They lose a wicket, but they should surely have more than enough to get home. As Sanjay Krishnamurthy, who is having an excellent tournament, runs and wickets and very good in the field. Comes to the crease. He's in at number 5. And the Bolts, well, they won't breathe that sigh of relief till they get over the line. But they are nearly there. They just require 21 off 28 deliveries now. Was there 2 on here? Was it necessary given the position of the game?
Well, if you ask me whether the 2 were on, obviously not. But they should just been a little more careful with the running. Well, there's just 21 now needed from 28. So perhaps the Janakpur Bolts very on the threshold of a first victory for them.
Yeah, Saif Zaib, the fielder with a good flat throw, just where a full toss hit into the deep. I don't think Saz maybe, oh he has, not got enough of this. And just like that, 2 wickets in 3 deliveries. It's a full toss, it's not the greatest delivery, but it works the job, and we will have a front foot check, but Anil Shah can't quite believe what he's done.
Just millimeters there. It is the first landing that the umpire will take, and some part of that first landing has to be behind the popping crease. Now, is that behind the popping crease? This will tell the...
Oh, that's going to help you.
Well, that looks pretty okay to me, but the umpire will have a tough one over here to adjudicate.
Give it us out. Well, Anil Shah, interestingly, is walking off here, and he's being told to wait. The third umpire's got to get to him and say, wait, because there hasn't been a decision made yet. Don't get off the field. It's a really close call, this one. Maybe that... Oh, is the foot down the frame before? That's the question. So there, clearly it's a no ball. But did the previous frame indicate enough? This one's going to be controversial either way, I feel. And it is given us out. That previous frame was just enough to adjudicate. The decision is out, but every single member of the Bolts wants to congratulate Shah. He's gone for 61, 156 for 4. It's a tricky one, this. I thought that was a normal one. What do you think? Here comes Aditya Mahata, playing his cricket down in Australia at the moment, his first entrance into the Nepal Premier League. Playing great cricket in Queensland, not far from Brisbane, in and around Brisbane in the comps there. And he's got his chance to show what he can do with the bat. Two batters at the crease, both yet to face, both on zero. As if from nowhere, they've found a way to maybe just stumble here. The Bolts, they were cruising when we came on to air, and they've lost 2 and 3 balls. A run out and a catch in the deep off Tanvir. As Mahata gets off the mark immediately with a stylish drive. I think of the second, but maybe Krishnamurthy says no, the last thing we need is another run out. Sa will be disappointed. He played so well, didn't he?
Well, certainly will be disappointed. He was the skipper before Wayne Parnell took over, but take a look at that. How good a catch was that? Well, the coaches have said it's better to bowl a low full toss than to bowl a short delivery, and Sa gone for 61 of 36. 2 wickets and 3 deliveries, 1 for 13 in his third over. Sohail Tanvir. The Janakpur Bolts need 20 from 26.
Guided away, very fine, and fine enough to get into the rope. It's 4 more. The Bolts are going to surely see this home. Krishnamurthy gets into his work nicely.
Well, I'm really impressed by Sanjay Krishnamurthy and the way he's come of age in this tournament. Very deliberately played fine. The third man was square, played it very fine and very deliberately sped away. No chance for the fielder at third man. Now they get 4 runs closer, 16 from 25. And as long as Krishnamurthy is out there in the middle, the Bolts will be breathing easy in the dugout.
You do have to think about net run rate as well, because that is going to end up being critical if the Bolts win this game for all of the 5 sides towards the lower half of the table. It's 161 for 4.
Sorry, I'm all over the place. I've got a little advice thing for the Red Bull cheerleaders about all their names. I'm about to just give an update on the girl. So could you show the Red Bull? Yeah, show them at some point. I'll pick
it up. Well, that's the state of play at the table. This is going to be fascinating, presuming the Bolts win, because we're going to have places 4 to 8 in the table. The Bolts may even get into 7th, depending upon the net run rates, separated by 2 points, and all of them will have played 5 games apart from the Bakara Avengers. So it is going to be going all the way, I promise you this now, to the 28th and final group game before we know which of our 4 qualifiers will be. This result, presuming the Bolts can get over the line, is going to be brilliant for the tournament.
Well, absolutely. We wanted to see a close finish in the league phase, and I certainly think we're getting one. Janakpur Bolts now need 16, 15 now. Yeah, there it is. 12 more needed of 23.
Nice to see Mahata get into his work. I think he's a promising young cricketer. Wasn't his day with the ball. And I'll tell you, from this position, the Bolts need to not just win it, but win it quickly. Try and get it done this over. Hit 2 big ones, get that net run rate boost. Comes off the pad and be given as a leg by. Now, we were in this exact model this morning, the Omoda and Jaku's new Jaku J5. This is the real SUV, and they're going to be donating 25,000 rupees to education for every match hit up on the podium there. Let's hope we get a few up there. I think we've had 1 or 2.
Yes.
Now, I do need to give you an update on something important here, Fazil. Our Red Bull cheerleaders have really helped make this tournament the second season of the Nepal Premier League, and we had a really nasty incident in the first match to Sarmila BC. She's getting treatment at the hospital, she's going to be okay, but up there we have Yamu and Karuna, and I think Jenny's there somewhere. And I want to thank Lilina, Basanta, Yamu Adhikari, Sarmila BC, Karuna Jenny, and Sarmila's the one who's in the hospital. We're thinking of you. Anything we can do, we'll come and see you. And we know it was a horribly nasty incident, but I'm sure you're getting the best treatment. And the good news is she's very responsive. She's hopefully going to be okay.
Well, that's the best news I've heard all morning, afternoon, that she's fine. She did receive a nasty knock on the face when the batsman hit that over extra cover.
And they've really helped make the atmosphere and make this tournament what it is. So our sincere thanks to every single one of those Red Bull cheerleaders. You guys are absolute stars. 168 for 4. One more time, just a big thanks to the Red Bull cheerleaders. I've just got a further update actually coming in on message. Completely out of danger, she's going to be fine, is Sarmila BC. And there on the screen, we've got Lalina Dahal and Basanta Buddy Magar. Thanks, you guys. As we're going to have a fast ending, I suspect, here, because that one's club for 6, as the Bolts are one blow away.
Well, they really deserve this win, the Janakpur Bulls. They've played well, but in spades, finally getting things together at the top of the batting order. We did feel that the Chitwan Rhinos were a few runs short. The slower delivery picked up really well by Aditya and watched it sail all the way for the maximum. Just one more shot away are the Bolts.
Careful up there, I know you're going to win. Don't get carried away. Edged away. Is this going to be it? Not quite, not yet. The scores are tied.
Wonderfully opens up the points table now with this win by the Janakpur Bulls, the other defending champions. So the match in the evening becomes really important. Pokhara Avengers will be thinking that they're in it as well, and so will the Yaks. Well, there's so much to play for. So the Paschim Royals sitting pretty.
They are back, aren't they? Reigning champions for a reason. They're going to have to do it the hard way. They're going to need to win their last 2 after this, but they're alive. That'll do nicely. The Bolts are back, baby. The reigning champions still believe. Remember, if they can get 2 more wins, they'll likely find a way into the playoffs. And who knows, they might have the momentum then. They have thoroughly deserved this victory today. They lost the toss, were asked to have a bowl first, and didn't have things go their own way in the first innings. But a wonderful batting performance led by a pair of 60s from Maz Sadakat, who is a Pakistani international in the waiting, no doubt about it. And a return to form, a pleasing return to form for Anil Shah on the finishing touches from Aditya Mahata, takes a 6-wicket win.
Well, certainly brilliant performance by the Bolts. Plenty of positive charge for them in this game. They needed that bolt of electricity, and now they've infused a lot of positive current into the tournament as well. Everything to play for those last 4 teams.
Yeah, and for Wayne Parnell, we have an old saying in Irish club cricket, I don't know if you have it in India as well. Wayne Parnell, for me, gets the TFC, the Thanks for Coming award. Didn't bat, didn't bowl, don't think he took a catch, but he's done enough. He's led his side to their first victory of the season. What about that man's decision to have a bat first? Was it the right one? It's obviously easy in hindsight. He'll have thought as though they had enough runs, but they didn't bowl very well today.
Well, certainly they didn't have a very good last 3 overs. The Chitwan Rhinos, especially after Ravi Bopara, that man on your screen, got out. But they were perhaps about 10 runs short, and that's cost them the game. But taking no credit away from the Janakpur Bulls today. They batted well, they bowled well, they didn't catch very well, but they fielded really well. And that man on your screen did a fine job in place of Anil Kumar Shah. I think he's going to carry on leading the side through the tournament now.
Yeah, and the story for me today is all about that man, Anil Kumar Shah. Quite incredible to show the mental resilience and fortitude to battle back from that horror run. We weren't reminding you of his numbers in recent times. Hadn't passed 4 in his last 7 innings. But 61 off 36, he came out, he was positive right from the start. And in partnership with Maz Sadakat, the two of them played so well for the second wicket. They put on 79 together in very quick time, and then Mahata applied the finishing touches. For the partnerships, that 79-run partnership for the second wicket was the standout. Asif Sheikh did his bit at the top, and then Aditya will be pleased to have remained 18 not outs. For the bowlers, it was an indifferent performance.
He started well, Sohail Tanveer, 1 for 29 of his 3.3 overs, but nothing to really write home about after that. They didn't pick up wickets when they needed them. A completely off day for the Chitwan Rhinos bowling. Amar Singh Rotella did pick up 1 wicket, but it was just too little too late. A very comprehensive win this for the reigning defending champions, the Janakpur Bulls, and which augurs really well for the tournament. There they are, acknowledging the crowd, their first win. Divine retribution, Andrew.
And isn't that lovely to see? Because I was talking with Mikhail Vaswani on earlier about how it feels like 12v11 here today. The Bolts Army stayed with the men in pink, stayed with the reigning champions, despite losing their first 4 games. And that's a lovely touch from Shivnarayan Chandrapal's men to go out and thank every one of the fans who've come in pink to get right behind them and keep the reigning champions alive in this competition. We've seen it before in franchise events around the world, starting poorly but finding form at the right time. I don't think you can rule these men out, and anything could happen across the course now of the next 10 days or so as we build up to that grand final on December 13th. Don't rule out, rather miraculously, those men being there again.
Well, certainly don't rule out the Janakpur Bulls, because they are the defending champions. They know how it is to win. They've won the first edition of the Nepal Premier League. But this is what it does to a team. It infuses the right energy. When you get that win, especially like this, you never know how the next games will be. It's from now to the playoffs and beyond what matters. What has happened doesn't really matter at the moment.
Yeah, let's get a look at the best of the second innings, because the Bolts have pulled off an incredible chase. Wasn't easy at first, and Tanveer caused a few problems, including an edge that fell short of the slips, or maybe just carried. But then Asif Sheikh and Maz Sadakat started to go about their business. Sheikh was the first wicket to fall, cleaned up by a pumped up Kamal Singh Airi, who maybe surprisingly only bowled the 2 overs. And then it was this partnership definitely combined nicely. The left hand, right hand, Saif Zaib was taken to task, and I think they have made a great signing in the shape of the 20-year-old Pakistani, who looks such a good cricketer.
He certainly has a future and a half. The way he bowls, the way he showed how he can bat, very positive in intent, and just departed there. But then Anil Kumar Shah, how well did he play? Real retribution for him in this tournament. Hadn't scored too many runs, but they played sensibly, they played positively, and they played very professionally. That was Eaton, a run out towards the fag end of the chase, and then Anil Shah departed the very next delivery. No hiccups thereafter. Very convincing win for the Bolts.
And a big difference in opinion, wasn't it, between the two sides? A lot of pace on from the Rhinos, a lot of pace off. 17 overs of spin, and a thank you. That win is for the Bolt Army. 2 right it is. Aditya Mahata, very well said. That's the match summary. Comfortable victory in the end. 15 balls remaining and a bit of a net run rate boost, I would suspect, alongside that. Kushal Malla, well, his decision to bat first on a fresh surface, maybe a questionable one. Just want to get a quick look at the points table, because look at this now, Fazil. It makes for fascinating reading and viewing, doesn't it? I think it's impossible to call who's going to take that fourth and final spot. The top three, they're not mathematically in, but they look very good to be there.
They look good to be there, and they're playing some good cricket, the top three teams. It's for that fourth spot that the rest of the teams will be really fighting for.
Sorry, Faz, I think any of the five could be there. That's how exciting it is. And with the way the fixtures are falling, I think we're going all the way to the final group game. I have no idea who the fourth side in the playoffs is going to be, and isn't that a lovely way to have it? Great game of cricket we've seen to start a double-header day here as we're back into action, the first day of the third week of the competition. It's time for us to take a break here, but we'll have the post-match presentation with Mikhail in just a few moments' time. Do stay with us for that.